Welcome back to Straight Facts by Dinar Investor.
Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back. I'm working on a 4-story rooftop today in Phoenix, Arizona. I know one of my followers lives out here more on the west side, which is where this is at in Arizona. That right there, guys, is the Phoenix Cardinals football stadium right there. And again, I'm 4 stories up in the air, so you're seeing this 4 stories in the air. That big net deal out there, guys, that's a top golf arena where people just swing and hit balls. The rooftop I'm on top of is actually the Phoenix Coyotes arena where the Phoenix Coyotes play hockey. That's why I'm 4 stories up, so you can kind of see. There's the, I hope no one's afraid of heights, but there's the ground. There's more of the ground right there. So yep, we're 4 stories up. Anyway, got some good information for you. Let me get to that.
Hi guys, welcome back. Now, as you guys see, I'm 4 stories up inside the Phoenix Coyotes football stadium arena. I'm sorry, Phoenix Coyotes hockey arena. Okay, right now you can see there's a couple gentlemen down on the ice rink, you know, kind of just doing some minor repairs, touch-ups, putting new water down to get some new ice on there, that kind of thing. But I'm actually up in the catwalk, clear up at ceiling level, so I hope no one's actually afraid of heights, because I'm 4 stories up at the top in the catwalk. You can see all the steel and all the iron. Let's get into this. All right, so there were roughly 3 articles I'm going to share with you. Okay, guys, the first article, what it shares is it goes into great detail about how what Madi's going to do is he's going to replace his entire cabinet. Okay. Well, my long timers will remember this because I put earlier in the beginning of the year, guys, I put a huge emphasis on this for you. And what I said I said, guys, the government's done, because Iraq held a national meeting on February 27th, and I came out telling you that means they're unified, because it was a unified meeting. Okay. Well, roughly about 3 days later, they came out telling you they were unified. So I mean, I had more confirmation on that. And then if you notice, just over the last few days, I said, guys, I'm no longer worried about the government, because look how fast they put the education minister in there with no arguments among any of the political blocs or parties. So there you guys go. But now they can magically come out and just replace the entire cabinet without any beef or arguments from any of the factions or political groups. Yeah, right. Guys, the government's done. I'm no longer worried about it. He said he's going to be replacing the cabinet with non-biased political parties or factions between now through December, okay? And so with that said, guys, if they're going to be replacing the cabinet now through December, I strongly doubt they're even going to start the first reading of the budget during this year. I would imagine that the first reading of the budget will actually occur next year. But think about this for a second, guys. I've been kind of telling you that in my opinion, this is my opinion, should not be used for financial advice, that they would not change, that we still have possibly another roughly 5 months to go till that rate's going to change. Okay, guys, things are not getting delayed because they just want to delay it. It's by design. They had to push everything back to make everything just look like they just have to time everything accordingly and make everything fill into its place. So what I'm sharing with you is this is all scripted. Okay, so in my opinion, the first reading of the budget will probably occur after their holiday recess, which will go from roughly 12:15 to 1:15. Okay, and that's not all coincidence. So all right, so that's the first article. He says he's going to replace the entire cabinet kind of between now through December with non-biased parties. But again, guys, I believe the government's been done and complete this entire year. Okay, they're just now getting around to telling you. But either way, this strongly shows what I'm sharing with you. Now, then the last 2 articles talk about them amending the Constitution. You guys already know that includes amending the Constitution is going to mean like the Article 140, HCL, Federal Court Act, all that stuff. You guys already know that. We've beat that and grinded it up. You guys already know all about what amending the Constitution is. But remember, in my opinion, it cannot happen until after the rate change. Okay? And as you're seeing now, a lot of stuff showing you it's after the rate change. So pretty much, guys, this is all my opinion. But what we're waiting on is for them to finish. I'm not worried about the formation of the government. That's, in my opinion, that's already done, and we're past that. So the next step would be they have to get the budget approved, okay? That way all the money's allocated, and there's a level of transparency. That's to reduce corruption going forward like they had in the past, okay? Then, after they do that, then that positions Trump for the right timing, roughly 7 to 8 months before the November elections. Okay, that's perfect timing for Trump. That's why I'm also telling you the markets are going up right now, guys. That way the rate change is timed and positioned with the markets at their highs, and that way Trump's got his booming economy, and money's been billions of dollars have now been injected back into our economy. Boom, Trump looks like an economic king and genius. Okay, gets him positioned, and then again, that way they can walk and change the rate towards the end of Q1, walk into Q2 with a new rate. Everything's glamorous and glorious, and we look good. And keep in mind, guys, that's exactly how Kuwait did it. And guys, this is all about timing of accounting periods. It's that simple. That's why Kuwait did theirs when they did. Kuwait changed their rate towards the end of Q1 and walked into Q2 with a new rate in hand. Okay, guys, Iraq's position to kind of do something similar to that. Okay, so we have approximately about could be 4.5 months before that rate's going to change, guys. So you have right now is the best time to get yourself positioned and get all your money ready to go and get positioned for the rate change, guys, because I've talked to a whole bunch of you. I've shared my phone number with a bunch of you just to help you out, and I've enjoyed that because I can see where you guys stand on your returns, and everybody I've talked to right now that didn't have referrals is averaging a 6% gains through cloud. Okay, the cloud 2.0 application is giving them 6% returns off their cryptocurrency, guys. That's huge. You can't even get those kind of returns through a bank right now. There's no way to get that. And notice how no one's complaining it. Everybody loves it, guys. So it's awesome. It's just a great application. I'm enjoying it. All of you guys that are using it are enjoying it, guys. It's just an amazing application. I strongly recommend those of you that are not using it, guys, get out there and you can try it with as little as $50. You don't have to have the referrals. You can try it with as little as $50. But if you want to get if you want to maximize on your returns, okay, the minimum needed to get returns on every level, guys, is about $600. You guys know I'm here to help you. All my contact information and my referral number for Cloud will be below this video. I strongly recommend you check it out. Here's your news for you. You guys have a great day.
Sources talk about the formation of the first Iraqi government without parties November 13, 2019. Baghdad, November 13. Reuters, Prime Minister Adel Abdul Mahdi is about to announce a cabinet reshuffle for his entire cabinet, sources said on Wednesday, and all new faces do not belong to any party. The obelisk could not verify the information from its official sources. According to the information, the new cabinet includes many young graduates and 3 women. Abdul Mahdi plans to submit the names to parliament in 3 stages, the last of which will end in early December. According to analyses, Abdul Mahdi is trying to exploit popular pressure to get rid of quotas and put parties and parliament in direct confrontation with the people, where the expected ministerial change will remove positions from parties and distribute it on the basis of sectarian or national or party, which began to arouse the pressure of some parliamentary blocs. The ministerial seat was considered a magnet for generating huge interests and funding for its parties. In the same context, described a member of the House of Representatives, the coalition of Saran Peace Shamwari, the government's move to announce a reshuffle of several ministries as delayed, ruling out their impact on reducing the momentum of the demonstrations. Kurdish blocs meet in the presence of Bahrain and supports constitutional amendments to the stability of Iraq November 13, 2019. Constitutional blocs. Constitutional amendments. Iraq, November 13, 2019 4 hours, 29 minutes, and 21 seconds. The Kurdish blocs in the Iraqi Council of Representatives on Wednesday a meeting in the presence of President Barham Saleh, the head of the Kurdistan Democratic Party bloc, Vian Sabri, told reporters after the meeting held at the Peace Palace in Baghdad that the blocs held a meeting in the presence of the President of the Republic was discussed on 2 important topics, namely the protests in Iraq and the amendment of the permanent constitution, noting that the meeting also discussed the formation of an alliance for the Kurdish blocs because of this matter in the unification of the role and position of the Kurds. She explained that the issue of stabilizing the situation in Iraq is very important for the Kurdistan region, and constitutional amendments to pour in this framework is normal and we support. Presidential statement reveals details of Saleh Barzani meeting November 13, 2019. Policy.
Nekirvan Barzani.
Barham Saleh. November 13, 2019 4 hours, 51 minutes, and 45 seconds. AAA+. The President of the Republic Barham Saleh, on Wednesday 13/11/2019, in the Palace of Peace in Baghdad, President of the Kurdistan region Nachirvan Barzani and his delegation. During the meeting, they discussed the security and political situation, the relationship between the federal government and the region, as well as the importance of enhancing stability in the country and achieving a free and decent life for the people. Barzani and his deputies arrived in Baghdad this morning and proceeded upon arrival with Prime Minister Adel Abdul Mahdi, followed by a meeting with Speaker of the House of Representatives Mohammed Halbousi N. This is the second visit by Nachirvan Barzani to Baghdad since taking office as President of the Kurdistan region. On the content of the visit, the Vice President of the Iraqi Council of Representatives Bashir Haddad said on Wednesday that the visit of the President of the Kurdistan region, Nachirvan Barzani, to Baghdad aimed at delivering a message that the region is interested in the situation of Iraq under the background of protests. Haddad, who attended the President's meetings with the three presidencies, said Barzani's visit to Baghdad at this sensitive time is very important and necessary. He added that Barzani intended Baghdad to deliver a message that the Kurdistan region is responsible for the situation in Iraq and is ready to provide any kind of assistance to Iraq out of the current crisis. Haddad said that any undesirable situation may occur in Iraq will be reflected on the Kurdistan region, noting that the Kurdistan region does not mind any amendment to the constitution to serve the people of Iraq.